Hello everyone, this is Sztygrys, and I will review the game from the D group. The black player was Sofiam, and the white player was Andy. And this was an interesting game, as it usually is with the Sofiam games. Let's see. We can see some unorthodox moves here. Let's see what will be next. Okay. We can see that the black player wants to create something on the upper side, but the moves are not in a great place. For example, this move is not really well placed, so it is not ideal. Still, the game is good for white. In the future we can easily go in here or here and try to leave. So, or probably it will be more like this, because we want to attach when we are in the opponent's sphere of influence. So for now it is good for white. There was a possibility to just play in the corner here, and usually if your opponent will not play in the corner, you should take the corner as soon as you can. And here the group in the corner is already alive, so we can just leave it and play in the corner. Here white will have a big lead. Okay, let's see. Now we play the move. I'm not sure that this is the biggest one. The biggest moves usually are the ones to the corners, like this, like this. This should be fine. And you can also always consider just going in the upper side, because it feels important. Like black invested many stones to the side. Anyway, here black attached at the c9, and I don't really like this that much. When we attach like this, we just make our opponent stronger, and usually we don't want to do this. Maybe if we are weak and we want to make ourselves a bit stronger, but this is not the case. The normal move would be to just develop the upper side, for example like this. If white would play here, and this would happen, this is all good for black, because black was made stronger, and it would be much harder to go into the upper side. And the other thing is also true. After this, and white getting stronger, it will be harder for black to get here or here. It will be much harder. So I don't like the exchanges. And black just jumped out. Probably it was better to just jump out if we want to develop the upper side. Here still there is a lot of space, and we will see that white just invaded and got something from the invasion, so it is not a territory yet. Yes. White tries to utilize the fact that we have some stones here, so he tries to attack the black stones. And a very interesting move with the Hana. Usually this cut is very powerful, because now the black stones are disconnected very strongly. In this case though, I think it was possible. We just sacrifice the 2 stones and try to take the 3 stones on the upper side. No, on the left side, I'm sorry. Probably it was the best to just play like this, because it will be much harder for black to just sacrifice these stones now. And probably he will just have to play something like this, and we will be connected. I think this was the plan that we should follow. Here white cut this way, and black just goes out. I think we can even just sacrifice the 2 stones, like we can just play here and don't care. Like the cut here is very, very risky. We can just make a lot of problems, so I would say it would be like this, and maybe connection. Yeah, it should be fine for black. Anyway, black wanted to try something with the 2 stones, and I don't like it. Like, we should sacrifice them. This was the idea with this move. Like, we just give away the stones. We don't try to make them leave. If we try, the probable scenario would be that white will just disconnect us, and we will have the problem because we don't want know which group should we save. It will be hard to save them both. By the way, this was also maybe a possibility. I'm not sure. Anyway, black tries to do something on the lower side, which is quite hard. And in the end, white surrounded the black stones, and black maybe will be able to to leave, for example, like this, if we play like this, but in exchange white will rescue these stones, and this group will suffer. So it does not look like a great result. In the game, black played here, and white immediately played g2, which locally it kills black. It is a powerful move, I think. Like, it is a hard move, the sharp move, because if it doesn't work, for example, if white will die here, then it will be very bad. And maybe it was a bit of a spoiler, because white tried to capture the stones on the side and just died very easily. It was for sure we should play something like that. And I think if white plays something like that, then we will be able to capture these stones, and this should be enough. This should be enough. If we want to, for example, to capture the whole group on the left, it is not really possible because of this Tesuji. This is very nice Tesuji to know. Now black is connected. So white should just focus on the group on the bottom, and white will be fine. In the game, white just died. It was a very nice sequence by black, because there is no liberties there. Yeah, this is just that. And white just played elsewhere. The result is so bad for white, but we can still try to win the game. And I think this is the good way to start. Like, we want to make some complicated fight, so we just invade and we attach, because we want to make it even more complicated. Maybe there was possibility to just cut white. It is a bit risky, but possible. In the game, black chose the usual Joseki. This would be a Joseki, but it is also a bit easier for white to make a living shape. So I am not that sure about this sequence. On the other hand, black is winning by a lot, so maybe this was just a safe way to play. Here. White is trying to leave. Black plays Atari, and it is not that easy to make a living shape. I wonder if we just play something, maybe get this, and here. Does it look like maybe we can make a living shape? Or maybe we cannot. Unfortunate. Okay, so it is not that easy to make a living shape. Probably this was the best we could get. I don't think this also works. Like here. Is it alive? Maybe it is alive. If it is alive, we should have played like this. There is some Tsumego to do. I will not go into that. Here white got a ko, and ko is on one hand some success, but it is a small success, and I think it will be not really enough considering the lower left corner. Good news is that we have some cofrets there. So white used all the cofrets. And after all the cofrets were used, we just captured the stones. It is big because not only we lived, but with some points. But the cofret at R15 also was very big, so still it is okay for black. Black is living comfortably with some points. And white will try to get a lot of points in the lower right corner. But if we calculate the result, we calculate the territories, we can see that black is ahead by a lot. We don't really need to invade the lower right corner. We can just reduce from this side and make the territory on the upper side. This would be, I think, the easiest way to play. First, blacks wanted to see if white will give the living shape in the corner, and white did not. Very reasonable. And then we play away. I like this because we can try to live with the group, and maybe we will live, maybe we will not, but it is risky, and it is not really necessary. It is better to leave the agi for later. It was kind of an asking move. If white would play from this way, then we can leave in the corner and we are happy. And here we cannot really leave that easily, but there are a lot of agis for later. And we can see in the game that these agis were useful. For now, black just plays some other move. I wonder if it was necessary to play moves like this, but it's alright. Black created some group in the center, and white just played here. And I think this was the mistake. It was not the mistake because it doesn't work, but if black just plays here, then black has enough. There is no way that black will not have enough territory now. Black is very safe. I think the move here would be much more complicated, and white needs some complications for sure. So I would play like this. In the game, white play here, and strangely enough, black did not capture the free stones. This would be a safe choice that I would prefer. For now, we consider this group alive, and we play away. White really tries, but black does not need to have all of this territory. We don't really need a lot of it. Means the plan was to just take center, get some territory, and then play some other big move. And this is what more or less happened. Oh, we did not get the center, and also our group is not really alive yet. Here I think it is possible to get a living shape. How is the best way to do it? How to do it in the best way possible? Maybe like this. Looks alive, I guess. In the game, black played here, and it was a bit more complicated. Now we can see that there is some kind of a ko. This was a success for white. For sure. But strangely enough, black just ignored the ko now. It was strange. I think we should have played it, and if we win the ko, then we will win the game also. Black wanted to find something else here, some stronger continuation, and in the end white just ignored. This is very big. And if black will not get the compensation, this is the word I was missing, then it can be quite bad for black. Maybe game will get even now. We can see that these stones are in trouble, but if they leave, then maybe white is alright. For now, it does not look like it is easy to leave, and black starts another fight on the right side. These were some nice moves. And in the end, white cut off black group, but it can be saved here. But more importantly, now the whole group on the right is cut off, so white needs to be really careful. And probably these were rescued, so the whole sequence is really good for black. For now, we can add this move. Connect to our group. And white just played here, thinking it was center. But unfortunately, this group, the whole group, is in danger. So black just connects and wins the game. This is the way. White should have played here anyway. And now the game is quite even. This is still better for black, but it is even enough that white can fight in the end game. Yes, this and maybe some taking the stone in center or something, and the game will go on. Unfortunately, white plays here, black connected, and white captured the stones, but it was not enough, as white is just dying. We can see it's very hard to get any eyes, any eye shape. White is trying very hardly, but it is not enough. So the game was very chaotic. There were ups and downs for either player, but in the end, black managed to prevail. Let's do a quick recap. When your opponents don't take corners, usually you won't take the corner. Corner is always the biggest if it is not taken yet, so this would be a good way to play. Generally, you don't want to attach to the stone of your opponent, because you will make it stronger, unless you are the weak one and you also want to get stronger, then you can do it, but normally it will be just beneficial for your opponent. Here it was important to understand that the two stones on the lower side, they probably should have been sacrificed. These stones are not the stones we want to care about that much, and I think black would get a decent result with sacrificing, so it should have been done. Now we tried to rescue both of the groups, and it got complicated. White should have connected somehow, probably. And if black will make a living, then we kill. If black will go out, then we also kill. This should be this should be the way to play. In the game, white was careless and died. Then we tried to fight. I think now white is playing like good moves, the hard, complicated moves to make some fights and maybe catch up. But they were not successful in the end. I would just want to stress the good strategy for black. Like, oh, here. Now black is ahead, and is ahead by a lot, and this is important to not try do any complicated stuff. I like this move because maybe white will allow us to live in the corner, and this would be always possible. This is some kind of an asking move. and after that we play just away. But now I would do it like some reduction, do it like maybe more safe. We can just play here, we can just take the territory on the upper side like this, and we are still fine. So there are a lot of moves that we can play that are really safe. And this one, maybe it is a good move, but it is not really safe to play, because we start some fight and maybe this fight will go bad and we will die, and then white is suddenly ahead. Yes, there was this fight. Here this was not the move to leave. I think, for example, this move should be fine. Or maybe even this one. Is this working? Probably it is. I can see some seki like this, and here. No, not even seki, just alive. Sure. Here we let ourselves be killed in ko, and there was some chance for white to come back. But in the end, black managed to do something here. But it was a bit difficult, it was a bit risky to do, because it was not that easy to get the compensation. And there was one moment here when white could have just taken the territory and be quite happy. Anyway, in the end, black killed white and it was over. And very exciting game. I hope for more games like this, so I can review them later. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.